everyone. Today we are going to discussing about the experiment frequency of AC main. AC means whatever the voltage right now or whatever electrical supply you are using for your home, that is nothing but the 230 volt AC. But we knows the theoretically the frequency of that AC is 50 hertz. Practically here is the one of the experiment frequency of AC main. So we can calculate the frequency of AC mains. For the frequency of AC mains require experiments, you require the all these things. This is the wire, 100% pure copper wire. Okay, so now after that this is the AC supply, voltmeter, it key is there, this milliammeter, this is the your rheostat, and here weight is there. Okay, now and magnet, you require the two magnets. Okay, magnets, and these are the two nip edges are there. First of all, you just see, you have to keep this as the center of this, means 50 centimeter. This is the 50 and this is the 50. Okay, you have to keep this into the center of this length of this wire. Okay, now first before starting the experiment, you have to remove this wire, take the weight. Okay, write down the weight of that wire and to measure the length of the wire. The length is near about 100 centimeter, from here to here 100 centimeter. Okay, so now why we are calculating all these things? Because your aim is to find out the mass per unit length of this wire, means that will be the mass of the wire divided by the length of the wire, and then you will get mass per unit length of that wire, and it is required for the calculating purpose. Okay, when we put the values to the formula, that time you required this. So first you calculate the mass per unit length. Okay, so now right now first we will make the connections. Okay, right now this is the AC power supply, multi-core transformer is there, 230 volt AC, and output of this 2 volt, 4 volt, 6 volt, 12 volt, 16 volt and 20 volt. This is the AC outputs. Right now we are going to use for this particular experiment is the 6 volt. Now I am going to make the connection, you just see carefully. Now this is the 0 point, means common, it has to be connected, and this crocodile pin is connected over here. Okay, this wire there are coating, so you take the polish paper and polish it, so clear the coating of that wire, and you have the proper connection. After that this 6 volt is connected to this key. Okay, and if you want to see the voltage, so you can connect the voltmeter also. AC voltmeter is there. Okay, so now you have to connect the AC voltmeter here. This is the negative and this is the positive. Positive. Okay, now after that key output, this positive supply connected to the key one terminal of the key. Okay, key is open. Now that has to be connected to the milliampere. This is the milliammeter. Okay, AC. This positive is connected to this, and this is the positive is connected to the key, and this negative terminal of this ammeter is connected to the rheostat. Connected the one terminal, and one terminal is open, and whatever the variable terminal you have to connect the another crocodile pin. crocodile pin, and you have to be again here take the polished paper and clean it. You have to connect here crocodile pin here and the supply. The circuit start from here to 0, 6 volt to the key to rheostat, millimeter positive, millimeter negative terminal goes to the rheostat, and variable terminal goes to here and come here. The circuit is completed. We make the connection, okay, starting from here and coming back to this original position. Right now we are going to start the power supply. You just see here voltage, AC voltage is showing 6.93 and current is near about 0. So we have to give the sum of the current. Now you just vary this. So now put this key, it will showing the sum of the current, and you have to by using this potentiometer you have to increase the current. You just see here. Now it's 400 milliampere current is there, okay. Right now here one pulley is there, okay, and we are connected the weight to this. You just see 40 milligrams one key, and total 1 2 3 4 5 means 200 milligram weight is connected to that, okay. So now these are the, this has to be, this needs should be equal. Now so this magnets north and south pole, okay, you have to place here nearer to that wire, okay. Once you place this magnet in this fashion, then by using this nip you are just increase the stress of that wire. You just see here, you just see the, when you increase this, just see the vibrations. You just see these vibrations over here. A lot of vibrations are there. These magnets, okay, north and south pole current is forcing, the Fleming rule is applicable here, and that vibrations is taking place. Now once you get the vibrations, you adjust these nips, means you are moving these nips left and right, and you adjust in such way that whenever you will get the maximum vibrations, and you remove the key from that, okay, remove the key, okay. Come to the observation table. See here, mass of the attached to the wire, mass of the attached to the wire 200 milligram. Just now we are showing here, these are the 200 milligram, okay. Now resonating length, the distance between this nip edge to this nip edge, okay, take the scale and measure it. Now here from 0 to 1 is near about 37 centimeter L1, okay. You get, again you repeat the same experiment, okay. Again you put again you are just varying this. You will get a very good vibrations. You can show these vibrations. You just see the vibration from here to here. There are a lot of vibrations. Okay. Now again you remove the key and again measure the distance between these two, and this will be nothing but 36.5, 36.5 between these. So first reading was L1 and this is the L2. Okay, don't change anything, you just change the weight. For that second reading, I am removing 40 gram of this mass. I am removing. The remaining mass is the 160 milligram. Okay, again you have to put this key, start the circuit, but you will not get the vibration. For that case, you have just changed the trace of this wire. You just see the vibrations. Okay? You just see the vibration. It is a very good vibration from this nape edge to this edge. You can see the vibrations. It is a very good vibrations. Now you have to remove this key. Remove this key. Take the reading from 160. Now it is near about 34. Okay. Second reading 160 gram. 160 gram weight. L1 is 34. Again I am putting second reading and I am trying to just adjust the very sharp. Okay. Now this time I got very good strong vibrations. Again I am taking the reading. And this is near about 34.5. 34.5. These are the two readings. And now you add both L1 and L2, divided by 2 mean L. Okay. Now square of this L. Now your mass of this 200 and this L1 value is there. Okay. M divided by L1 square. And now you have to calculate. The formula is there. So square root of mg upon 4ml square. This small m and capital M. Capital M is the mass of the attached to the wire. First reading was 200. Now small m is nothing but the mass per unit length, and you have to put all this value here. Their calculation are two types. One is by the calculation and the second is the by graph. So now n is nothing but the frequency G. You people knows because here centimeter, gram, SI units are CGS. That's why you have to take the value of G. G is 980. Now after that this 4. So all the values should be in square root. G 980 divided by 4 into whatever the value you will get. Mass per unit length small m. Bracket whatever the mean value you will get from this observation table. So you have to put here m upon L square is this value. Then you will get the frequency. Now last point is that the graph. Here is the mass versus L square. You have to plot the graph. Okay. From the zero center you have to draw the line. Okay. From this mass with respect to this L square, and you just draw. You just find out the value of the slope. AB divided by OB. Okay. Whatever the slope you will get, and second formula is the n into 980. 4 into the mass per unit length multiplied by whatever the slopes value you will get from this graph. You have to put, and this frequency you will get the frequency, and this is near about equal frequency. Okay. And this is the way you can easily perform this experiment.